Hmm. All of you shut up. Jeez. Like, what's happening out there? Hi. You will. And it would be fine if you did. We're gonna start reading the play. But we're gonna do another thing first. It's like kind of a sort of like an online quiz type of deal. Hey Troy. Hey Christian. During Teacher Appreciation Week, I feel really unappreciated. If guilt is what gets it back, that's fine.
You should have given it back to the teacher appreciation.
And then keep it under about 5.
Never got to reach it.
This book?
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. I love it.
When I go to the
Everything got
bathroom,
painted and
please.
stuff.
Yes. Why are you saying it that way?
Who? Who?
I don't know what it means. I think that was neat. though. The other one, Karen. Trying to go out and right next to you.
Making use of the teacher appreciation.
Congratulations. Okay. I'm in like full
There you go.
graduation planning mode
Hey,
right now.
here's a fella for
Oh
you.
my God, thank you. Yes.
Coming down here.
Yes.
Is mine right?
It is here. Yes. In fact, wait just a minute and I'll just tell everybody all at once. But I sent an email about it yesterday too.
Yeah. But I saw him here. I was like, oh wait, I literally just saw the email she sent out.
Yeah.
So is it like here? Is mine here?
Is yours here? Yes, it is here.
Is it like in one of those boxes?
Yes. Did you order anything else?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
it's just a copy.
I'll give it to you at the end of class if you want it.
Yeah, I'll put it in my backpack.
What's happening here? What's going on? Why are they conferencing in the hallway? What's going on? Oh my God. It would drive me insane. Like, I think that's the kind of thing that would actually drive me insane. And I'd like plow through the window or something.
Just having to listen.
When my dad was in junior high, I think, he had this teacher who was like an older lady anyway. But this is back when laser pointers were like a big thing. And so like he and his friends had laser pointers and they would like point it all around her and stuff and like point on her head or like on her chest or, you know, try to drive her insane. And so my dad one day had it like between her eyes and she lost her mind and she got up on her desk and she jumped off into the garbage can and then she ran out of the room and no one ever saw her again.
This is your cat?
That's kind of like.
No, this was a woman.
This is a person?
This was my dad's teacher in junior high. My dad drove a teacher to the brink of insanity.
Oh, that's awesome. What a guy. Oh my goodness.
You have no idea. Like there are so many stories about my dad. In fact, the other day I said something about when my dad was young and someone was like, was that before or after he fought that kangaroo? And I was like, no, this was after.
What should I draw?
A a jack-o'-lantern with a face that looks like Christian Cromwell.
What? Or Japanese?
That's a big move.
Where is my, here we go. What time does this class actually start? Okay. With the bell being early, I like don't know what I'm doing. Also, I've only got 2 people in the room. Yeah, it's like every day we lose like a second. What are you drawing? What are you drawing? Brendan, what are you drawing? Oh my God. Oh God. Hey guys, I don't know where everyone else is. All right, Ian's here. Do you guys know if Corey Campbell's in this building? Okay. Christian's here, Brendan's here. No Hayward, Troy's here. I would wager Eli will be here. We'll give him like a couple more minutes. Oh, okay. While we're waiting, Ian and I were already talking about this, so let me go ahead and just reiterate. I sent everybody and your parents an email yesterday to let them know that most people's caps and gowns have come in.
I wish all the teachers would send emails and never
Not yours.
address them in class.
Oh.
'Cause it'd be really funny.
Yeah, well, like I just know y'all don't read all my
I
emails.
always read all emails I get, and I keep my
Not
emails
everyone does.
very tight, and it'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Like fun.
Your cap and gown's not here. Troy's is not here
Mine
yet.
is ordered though.
Yes, and actually it should be here today, but we'll see. So if you got stuff other than caps and gowns, like if you got announcements or ordered like hoodies or whatever else was available in that category, that stuff is not here yet, and I don't yet have a date for when it will be here. Like it's on the way, but it doesn't have any tracking information, so I don't know. If all you got was your cap and gown, those of you who are in person, I can go ahead and, are you guys listening? I can go ahead and give you your cap and gowns if you want it. If you want me to keep it until the rest of your stuff comes in, that's fine too. You know, you can put it in your backpack. I feel a little bit nervous to give them to you just because like, I don't want you to lose them. But I can give them to you. And if you are someone who is all virtual, you can come pick them up in the office. I separated them all so that I know who, like people who I will see and people who I won't see. So, you know, you guys let me know if you want your cap and gown at the end of class and I'll give it to you. All right, I don't know where everybody else is. Weird. No Eli, no Hayward, no Corey, no Andarius. Nate, when will you be in school? You can have it. I have it behind me.
I forgot I can talk. Depends on what time I come back because my appointment is in West Ashley at Roper.
Oh, okay.
And it's at
Yeah,
10:30.
if you, like if you want to come by at some point and get it, you can. And if not,
Yeah, I might stay in school.
okay. Okay, here comes Eli. I don't know if you're planning on being here later in the week, but you could also get it then. It's not going anywhere, is the thing. I'm keeping it all safe.
Do we have an elevator?
We do have an elevator, but I don't know if it works because I've never seen anyone on it.
It looks like a Picasso.
It does a bit.
Okay.
I don't know. Are you gonna have crutches?
No, I have a knee immobilizer, which like doesn't allow me to like bend my knee at all.
Gotcha.
And they said if the school has an elevator, that would be better, but I still can walk without my brace.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a possibility.
There's an elevator here and it does work. It was done since it's sketch.
It is sketch. Well, I think I've been in it one time, and also it has to have like a key to open it, which is weird. I don't know. Okay, so for those of you who just joined us, I just reiterated about the email that I sent yesterday. And for the record, you'll also be getting another email later just about like graduation logistics and other stuff that your parents will probably care about more than you do, but that you definitely need to know. But if you ordered your cap and gown in the original round of ordering, then I have it. If you were a little bit later, then I don't yet have it, but should maybe even today. Corey, Dom, Hayward, Troy, and Chip. Those are the ones that were a little late. You see him? Yeah. You can get it for him. That's very cool. So Eli, have you already moved?
We were moved Saturday, but we had to change that to Thursday.
Okay, gotcha.
This week.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say you can, like, if you're still here, you or one of your parents can come by the school and get your cap and gown from the office, or if you want to just leave it here until, like, I'll bring it with me to graduation. It's totally up to you. Or we can mail it to your new place.
I think that would be better.
To mail it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Look at it's 21. I like how it's kind of like.
It didn't occur to me until just now that you might not be able to get it, but I'll email your parents just to double check and also to get their new address. Okay, let's get moving. Let's do some stuff. The first thing we're gonna do should be fun. I feel like every time I say something should be fun, people are like, oh God, it's not gonna be fun. How dare you speak about, well, I was gonna say like Jai Mom. Jai Mom. Let me fix this. I want my display mirrored. I'm not trying to like call anybody out, but Troy's been in the bathroom a long time. I'm like a little worried. Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. For piano class last year, he went to the bathroom, and I asked what's good to the bathroom. He gets back, and then he just sat in the bathroom for the rest of class. And I was like,
I ain't never did that. Once I hear the club, I just sat.
but like I finally, like 30 minutes later, I went in, and he was totally going to the bathroom.
Like
In the
he's
stall.
not just
In the-
messing
in the
around.
only
He's
stall
like
downstairs bathroom for the guys, so I had to go back upstairs. To go to that.
crazy. I used to have a kid, I'm not gonna name names, but they used to go here. And they would go to the bathroom every day in my class for a very long time. And I was like, why is this person like, I don't think they're just going to the bathroom and they're just like taking a morning poop every day. Like, I don't understand. And one of their friends were like, no, they're exercising. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, they like try to get in a morning workout in the bathroom. I don't understand.
When I said you going to see you need a. Why are you getting down from the push-up?
I don't know. I know. I'm like, I hope that they're doing like squats or something, you know, not like, I hope they're not touching. I know, like, I would never touch the bathroom floor. No, that's because that's embarrassing, right? Like, that's a weird thing. That's a weird thing. And I don't know who still talks to who.
They still go to school?
They don't still go to school
Then it's
here.
great, bro, they tell us, they don't matter.
No.
Please tell us.
No, I will tell you though, it's a girl, which I find even weirder. Like, I feel like if someone was gonna do that, I would be like,
What?
because they just go to the bathroom and do push-ups on the floor. The dating pool is small here. It's a small pool. All right, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. And we're gonna do this fun little Victorian etiquette quiz to see what you guys think was normal back then. All right, so here's the first one. What should a man do about his hat while indoors? Should he leave it on,
Take it off.
remove it and hang it up, or remove it and keep it on his lap?
Move it and hang it up.
Because you don't have nowhere to hang it up, I just put it on the rack.
Yeah,
On me.
All right, so keep it on his lap?
hang it up. No, I think.
Yes, lap.
Lap, okay. We're gonna go through all of them first and then that's not, no. No, it's like E, there's no E's on here. All right. We're saying keep it on lap. This is Victorian etiquette. Okay, if a woman is standing in a parlor, what should a man do?
Option C.
Remain standing until she sits or take his seat first?
Why about to take the seat? Maybe you saw the seat.
Pretty sure they would take the seat.
What did you say, Sterling?
I said, I'm pretty sure they would probably take the seat first.
Take a seat first,
The
okay.
guy sit first? No way. Hey.
I don't
remain standing
know.
until she sits.
It's A. It's
All right,
A.
we're debating on this.
If a woman is standing in
Okay.
a parlor, what should a man do? Remain standing until.
Back then.
Victorian era.
All right, more people are saying keep standing until she sits down. Okay. If someone wants to shake a lady's hand, what should she do? Leave her gloves on, remove her gloves, or not shake hands because that's only for men to do?
C.
C, don't shake hands. What do you guys think?
I would say B. I would say B. I feel like I've seen things where like the girl.
I'm kind of thinking that, like,
And
take the
then-
glove off and shake and then put it back
Yeah.
on.
Take the glove off and then like.
Which
give
seems
this hand.
complicated, but all right, we're gonna say remove her gloves. All right, true or false? True or false? Troy is freaking me out. True, correct. True or false? It is unacceptable for a man to smoke in the presence of a lady.
I'm a blue.
Oh. I think it's false.
False, they can
Honestly.
smoke. Okay.
They can't smoke in the presence of a lady.
I'm a blue.
All right, true or false? Losing one's temper is acceptable because it gives others a glimpse of one's character.
Never lose your
Wow,
temper.
that really sounds like it should be false, but I think it's true.
True, yes. 'Cause, to do-
We've got a couple.
You're gonna be in a really artsy circle for those rules to apply. That's completely false.
I feel like it's weird if you're like, oh, I'm so glad that he lost his temper so we could get a little glimpse into what he's really like as a person.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, it is true or false? It is unacceptable to discuss religion in
I'm
the
not gonna
company of
stop.
friends. Do you think it's acceptable? Wait, true or false? It's unacceptable.
Is it acceptable to discuss religion? Probably not.
Depends.
Probably not acceptable. So
All right. What is acceptable to do in the company of others? Only one of these things. Or, I mean, maybe it's more than one. Maybe it's like all of the above. Discuss
B,
financial
B,
matters.
100% B.
Look at someone's sketches, like if they're drawing, read a novel or quote Bible passages.
B.
You can
Don't
look
talk
at
about
someone's
money.
sketches.
Reading in public is rude like that, because it was like basically like staring at your phone in the middle of a conversation. One Bible passage that goes against the religious thing we talked about, it's gonna be B,
Okay.
because they're artsy.
True or false, touching the decorations in a host's parlor is flattering and shows that the guest admires the host's taste.
False. What?
Like if you come in my house and you're like, oh, look at all these books. This is
What's
so
this?
nice.
What is
Yeah,
this?
exactly. If students do that or people do that.
I love your flowers.
That's
I love your
true.
flowers. I love your
That's
flowers.
Oh God, I just hate this. What do you guys think? False. That's not cool. You know, different cultures are really different about this. Like sometimes if you go into some, like with some countries, if you go into their house and compliment them on a thing, they will give it to you.
In Asia, you must always kill yourself to avoid embarrassment.
Well,
That's up to Michael Scott.
if you if you run into a friend on the street who's walking with someone you don't know, what should you do? Apologize to the stranger, ask for the stranger's last name, or nod but keep walking.
I could just see, like, you walk up to the group and you're like, hi, I'm sorry.
Nod but keep walking.
Yeah, I think it's, actually, it might be A.
All right.
I do see in real life.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
yeah,
you
because
like
you don't live
oh,
in the
it's
Victorian era.
like a little,
Keep walking, right?
little tight lip smile.
I think it's.
All right, we're gonna find out in just a minute. Okay. If a lady needs to walk over a puddle,
heck?
what action would be considered disgraceful?
Disgraceful?
Raising her skirt with both hands, raising her skirt with one hand, or asking a man for help?
With one
I
hand.
think it's,
C. Maybe
I think it's gonna be B.
Right.
You think it's-
One hand.
A one-handed skirt raise. Okay,
I think it's B.
let me go to the answers.
Okay, wait, you gotta scroll slowly. You gotta reveal them slowly. You can't reveal them all at once.
All right, okay, I'll zoom in.
Okay.
That's not gonna work very well though. Okay, remove the hat and hang it up. Some people were right about that
Let's
one.
go.
That's what a
Check
man
that
should
one.
do. If a woman is standing in a
Let's
parlor,
go.
the man should remain
Two for
standing
two.
until she sits. If someone wants to shake a lady's hand, she should leave her gloves on. We did not get that one right.
No, I thought that was B.
True or false, unacceptable for a man to smoke in the presence of a lady. It is unacceptable. I feel like you see that in movies a lot though. I don't know.
Called
True or false, losing one's temper is
it.
acceptable
Obviously.
because it gives others a glimpse into their character. That is
Obviously.
false. Trying to like reveal it a little. True or false is unacceptable to discuss religion in the company of friends. That is true. What's acceptable to do in the company of others? Look at someone's sketches. You guys did really well on that. Touching the decorations in a host's parlor is flattering and shows that you appreciate it or whatever.
False.
That is false. Don't touch their stuff. If you run into a friend on the street who is walking,
Apologize to the stranger.
I feel like it's probably more like a oh, hello, Brendan. I'm sorry. Can you introduce me to your friend? Sort of thing. Yeah. And then lastly, if a lady needs to walk over a puddle, what are we gonna do?
Raise the skirt with both hands.
It's not okay to raise your skirt with both hands.
It is not.
So it's okay to raise it with one.
It's okay to raise it with one
Or ask a man
or to ask a man for help. But like,
for
how weak do you have to be like, excuse me, sir, there's a puddle here and I don't know, one of my hands is busy and I can't, like, what are you gonna do? I'm not
That
gonna,
sounds like-
I'd be
that
like,
sounds like-
can you lay your
that
jacket
sounds
down
like
in the
Victorian
mud for
era
me? Like, excuse me, sir. Okay.
Okay, I thought that one was for what was acceptable, not what was not.
It's what's not acceptable. Oh, we
So
did,
the
I
both
haven't
hands
pulled
is
it off
not
today.
acceptable. Wow,
What's
that is
today's?
interesting.
What's the quote?
Let me read it. All right. And now thou wouldst eat thy dead vomit up, and howest to find it. What trust is in these times?
Is that about eating vomit?
I've had to do it before.
Oh, gross.
A cat?
I've had to eat my vomit before. We've all had to eat a little vomit, haven't we? Okay.
No, what?
What? Nothing. Never mind.
What's that?
That's the movie Fences. I'm trying to like find my. Uh-oh. It's not. Hang on.
No, is that my uncle?
It's Denzel. It's Denzel.
Between him and Morgan Freeman, I swear.
It's a good movie so far, and he got nominated for an Academy Award for it. He didn't
Who
win,
cares about
but
the Academy Awards? They smell.
Viola Davis won for that. Okay, so on Canvas, I have posted. This is not your class, JK.
Oh, W.
English 4 on ours.
Or two for me.
Um,
Let me give you one big.
I'm gonna ask to move next year.
What?
I'm gonna ask to move next year. No,
I
I'm
will be
not.
here, you'll be
I'm
there.
gonna see if I can just like leave all my stuff on the walls over there. I'd rather you didn't. That really bothers me. Like I know I told you you could do it, but now that it's got this blotch of white, it really bothers me. I
Well,
wanna,
if you had
like-
Another one, then you would have a friend.
It's a weird way to think of it. Okay, so I have posted the PDF of The Importance of Being Earnest here on Canvas. I'm gonna open it in my Adobe so it can be bigger. But you'll see the whole thing is only 89 pages. So we'll get through it fairly quickly. But we are gonna have to read. Well, what the frickin' frack did I do with it? To the importance of being earnest. You piece of garbage. Where is it? The importance of being earnest. Here we go. Okay, so let's look at our characters first and foremost. And this has got like a cast list and stuff because it was actually performed a Valentine's Day production. Okay, so our two main characters are John/Jack and Algernon. No, Jack is just short for John, or like it's a nickname for John. It's not short for it. It's the same number of syllables.
People think William Bill.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Makes me
that.
So upset. That is one of my major pet peeves is when people who are called William go by Bill. Yeah. I don't like it. His name is incorrect.
I'm cool with it. I don't really care about it.
Why is William shortened to
Peggy.
Richard and-
Peggy is a nickname for Margaret. Like, what sense does that make? That's even weirder.
Wait, what?
Peggy is a nickname for Margaret.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like, why is that a thing?
Peggy?
Peggy.
Peggy?
Peggy. So I am gonna ask for some volunteers, but if I don't get them, I'll just assign people. And people are gonna have to read women. I think for the most part, y'all
I
are
don't want to read that word.
cool about that. Cecily, Miss Prism.
You stop bringing the water.
I mean, it's still here. You can use it whenever you want to. Not right now. Let's get through this. Okay, any volunteers to read Jack Worthing?
I'll do it.
Yay, Sterling!
Let's do-
Any volunteers to read Algernon? I'm just gonna, oh, I'm gonna make Troy be somebody.
I keep hearing Ultron.
Ultron. Algernon. They call him Algie sometimes.
What is Algernon like?
He is a liar, but a very charming one.
Then it should definitely be true. This is definitely true.
Then that can't be me.
Because you're not a liar or you're not charming.
Charming.
You know what? Let's see. All right, I'm just, okay. Do I have any volunteers to read any of the parts, or shall I just?
What does Miss Prism do?
Miss Prism is the governess. She does get a bit of a twist ending.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's her, what, spoil it for me.
I'm not gonna tell you what the twist is, but, okay. You're gonna be Bracknell? All right, she's a cool character. Judi Dench plays her in the movie. Okay. Chip, did you want to be Miss Prism?
I have no idea.
You're a very good reader. I'd be inclined to put you in
I'm
a
a very
more,
good reader.
yeah, you're a very good reader.
I suck at reading.
What?
Reading out loud, reading out loud.
You do fine.
He sucks at reading.
You're both fine.
No, I stutter all the time. It takes me ages to get through sentences.
I think you're fine.
You're the only person who's ever told me that I wasn't, that's ever commented on my reading, and it wasn't like, you should read more so that you'll be a better reader. That's usually what I get.
Well, that makes sense. And I had somebody like phrase it for me at one time in a way that really made sense to me, because when people are young, they don't like to read out loud because like they'll say things like, oh, I sound really monotone, I stutter a lot. And someone was like, well, it's like learning to sing. Like maybe you've got the notes, but unless you practice, you are not going to have the expression in your voice that you would otherwise. And it's the exact same thing for reading. I'm like, yeah, I like that.
Oh.
I don't,
Oh.
Use that great analogy.
It's a great analogy.
I don't feel like I'm a good reader. Like,
Genius.
I have a
You
good-
read Horatio, didn't you?
Yeah, but I picked Horatio because I figured he wouldn't have that many parts. And he only had one big part at the end, and that was the struggle.
Right.
I think it was all right.
That's the-
Okay.
Wait, so am I being assigned to this river now?
Yeah, I'm gonna assign you to
No, let me be late.
I'm gonna make Troy Lane.
No, I won't. Keep touching your things in your corner of your house. To be disrespectful in the Victorian era.
Let's see.
That's you.
Consider yourself-
I'm gonna be Algernon.
What a nice plant.
Christian, I'm gonna make you Reverend Chasuble. Eli, I'm gonna make you Merriman. Oh, I should have looked at who else in our class. We have the 2 female leads left. And everybody in here has already, Gwendolyn and Cecily are the only 2 left.
You definitely need to read one of the females.
I was gonna read Algernon.
No, let it die.
Why?
So that you can, so that it's one less person who awkwardly has to.
All right. I'll read Cecily. Ian, you can read Algernon. And who else do we have actually here today? Nate has left. So wait, who's not here today?
So.
Yes. And okay, Corey, if we get to Gwendolyn today, you can read Gwendolyn. Several of us are reading weird parts. It's fine. Okay, so Jack and Algernon are our main characters. Reverend Chasuble, we know that religion was very important back then, even though you didn't discuss it in polite company. So it's not unusual to have a reverend in here. We have Merriman, the butler, Lane, the manservant, Lady Bracknell, who is like very aristocratic, Gwendolyn, who is Jack's ward, Gwendolyn is Jack's fiance. Cecily is Jack's ward, and Miss Prism is her governess. You're my governess.
Let's go.
Okay, so there's 3 acts. They're all pretty short. Act 1 takes place in Algernon's flat.
What is a governess?
A governess is kind of like a nanny. It's like a combination of nanny and teacher. Usually they like live with the person who's in their charge. Jane Eyre was a governess, yeah. The second act is in the garden. Yeah, act like you're all high and proper. Time, the present, meaning like late 1800s, and place is London. Okay, so our scene here starts with Algernon, Ian, and Lane, Troy, in a morning room, which like Victorian era houses just have all these rooms that like I don't even know what they're for. Like, what's a morning room? I don't know. In Algernon's flat in Half Moon Street, the room is luxuriously and artistically furnished. The sound of a piano is heard in the adjoining room. Lane is arranging afternoon tea on the table, and after the music has ceased, Algernon enters. Troy, are you ready to read? All right. It's you and Troy.
Why aren't the?
I don't know.
You.
What?
Why are the names not golden?
I don't know. They're capital.
How do you know what?
They're capital.
I got questions.
Yes,
Where is this reading thing? Is it under multiple?
it is under modules. Yes. All right, let's go. Algebra. Troy,
I'll do normal first.
you're lane.
No. Yeah, I'll do normal one first.
He already did. You weren't paying attention, which was why I was like, Troy, are you ready to read?
In fairness, I was paying attention kind of, and I also didn't.
Okay, let's make sure to project. Will you read it again so he can have a lead in? I hate you.
I think it was quite polite. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salver. I don't really know what that is. I would assume like a platter. Yeah, I think so. You take two of them.
Oh, by the way.
Yes, sir. 8 balls of a pint.
It's a lot.
I think the superior quality of the wine, sir. Also observed that in very households, Japan, belly for fresh with bread.
So he's like.
People who are
"Hey, it was
married.
So good, we just had to drink.
Yeah. And like married people don't drink good champagne.
I think that is. the way it's structured. I have very little experience with it myself. I've really been very much. I was in private. Myself, a young person.
Don't say that. I love it.
I know. He's like, I don't know if I know much about marriage. I've only been married once and it was a big misunderstanding. What? I think that's a really interesting, like, I want to hear more about that, but clearly Algernon does not.
I don't know that I am.
Rude.
Sir, it's not a very competitive subject. I hear everything myself.
Very natural, sure. That would be fun.
Thank you, sir. That's it. At least that's it. He goes nuts.
He goes nuts. He just has a breakdown on screen.
Going to use on my somewhat lax. Really, the lower order don't set us a good example. What? As a class, no sense of relevance.
It's working.
All right, then he leaves again. So Jack is coming in.
Well, I do.
Sterling, that's you.
Oh, pleasure, pleasure. What else? What else should bring anyone anywhere? Eating as usual, I see. Algae. I believe it is customary in good society to
Oh,
take.
that's
Oh,
Algernon.
snap.
It is
Pleasure
weird that
listening.
it's not bolded.
Okay.
I know.
Messed up.
In the country. Did he say it yet? Because I can barely
He
hear him.
did, yeah, you can't hear him.
Okay.
Let's see.
What on earth do you do there? I mean, gosh, when one is in town, one amuses oneself. When one is in the country, one amuses other people.
Oh.
It's
I
excessively
don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
If you're the people you
That
oh,
was very
neighbors,
quiet.
neighbors.
use. Who are the people you use?
Okay, he did say it. Let's keep going. Yeah.
That's neighbors. You're part of
Shropshire.
Perfectly horrid. Never speak to one of them.
How immensely you must be. By the way, Shropshire is your country, is it not?
Shropshire. Yes, of course. Hello, hello.
Oh,
Why all why all these cups? Why cucumber sandwiches? Why such reckless extravagance in one so young? Who's coming to tea?
Oh, really? Augusta.
How perfectly delightful.
Yes, that is all very well, but I'm afraid Augusta won't quite.
May I ask why?
I fear so wait for the
it's supposed to be Gwendolyn. I don't know why it says Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn. That's funny.
The lady monster.
Yeah.
I am in
That's
love with Gwendolyn. I have come up to town expressly to propose to her.
I thought you had come up with all that business.
How utterly unromantic you are.
Hang on one sec. What's your question?
Who's playing Brindle?
Well, if we get to it today, I've got Corey down, I think, because
Let's go.
literally the only other person. But I just also wanted to point out before we keep going that we've already seen a lot of the like qualities of Victorian literature. They have like made a lot of comments about like men and women and being married and like what the value of being married is. There's clearly this like class thing. Algernon made kind of a rude comment about Lane the servant and said something about like, I don't know that we should really listen to them anyway, like those of a lower station. So he's kind of a snob. And now we have like all these other people coming in with like the idea of proposing. Algernon says that he considers proposal to be business instead of pleasure. So it kind of like gives you an idea of what his mindset is like on it. Yikes. Let's continue.
I really don't see that. Why? When they eat something. What usually is silent. Something is all over. Right? Ever I can I'll certainly try to get that about.
I have no doubt about that, dear Algie. The divorce court was specifically invented for people whose memories are so curiously constituted. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no use speculating about that. I'm sorry. Please have they're ordered specifically for Africans.
And then he eats one. He's like, don't touch those. They're for Aunt Augusta.
Well, you have been eating them all the time.
This is quite a different matter. Here's my office. Have some bread butter. Bread and butter is
It's a lot of bread and butter.
And very good bread and butter it is too.
well, my dear fellow. We need not eat as if you were well. The technique is where very good already. We're not
Rude.
Why on earth do you say that?
Well, in the first place, girls never marry men before girls don't need to get right.
Well, that's nonsense.
This brings you comes with a very number of factors that one sees all over the place. I don't get my consent.
Your consent?
I get the one was my first cousin. And before I allow you to marry them, I got the whole question of this.
Sicily. What on earth do you mean? What do you mean by, what do you mean, Algie, by Sicily? I don't know why any of the, I don't know anyone of the name of Sicily.
Cecily. And Troy, you're coming back in just a sec for one line. Nice.
Do you mean what you say? You have had my cigarette case all this time. I wish to goodness you have let me know. I have been writing frantic letters to Scotland Yard about it. It was very nearly offering a large reward.
Well, I wish you would offer. I have to want to know.
There's no good offering a large reward now. That the thing is found. Yeah.
Lane comes, brings the cigarettes, and then leaves again.
Of course it's mine, moving to him. You have seen me with it 100 times, and you have no right whatsoever to read what's written inside. It is a very ungentlemanly thing to read, a private cigarette case. I am quite aware of the fact, and I don't propose to discuss modern culture. It isn't the sort of thing one should talk of in private. I simply want my cigarette case back.
Yes, but this isn't a someone of the name of facility.
Well, if you want to know, Cecily happens to be my aunt. Yes, charming old lady she is too. Lives at Tunbridge Wells. Just give it back to me, Algie.
Why you're seeing how it's a one of facility wells.
My dear fellow, what on earth is there in that? Some some ants are tall, some ants are not tall. That is the matter that surely an ant may be allowed to decide for herself. You seem to think that every ant should be exactly like your ant. That is absurd. For heaven's sake, give me back my cigarette case.
Chip.
So how old is Jack?
Jack and Algernon are both probably in their 20s.
Why did Jack call Algernon Algernon?
It's just a weird nickname. But also, if you notice,
Like flirty pet.
oh, I don't know that it's
That's
supposed to
what
be.
struck me as, and I was like, wait a minute. What character is that?
It's like calling William Bill, you know, just
No,
just a little nickname. Algernon's kind of a mouthful.
yeah, it is,
Um,
it is.
The weirder thing is that Algernon is calling Jack Ernest, and no one has really addressed it yet. Like we might not know that he was called Jack unless we saw it in the script. If we were watching it so far, we would think that his name was Ernest. Let's read this next little bit because it goes into that, and then we'll stop for the day.
Yes, but why is your mom calling for a facility with a
no objection, I admit, on being small, but why not? No matter what size the baby is. What her size to call her own nephew or uncle. I can't quite make out. Besides, her name isn't Jeff at all. It's Ernest.
It isn't Ernest, it's Jack.
Old Tony was Ernest. I admit that his name everyone's Ernest. The name of Ernest. As if your name is Ernest. Ernest is a very quick person. I thought saw him like the first way it started saying that your name isn't Ernest. Then your cards, here's one of them. Albert. I think this is good news. Ernest ever attempted tonight. Or to Brooklyn. Or to the hill.
My name is Ernest in town and Jack in the country, and the cigarette case was given to me in the country.
We're actually gonna stop reading there because that's a good place. And also it's like, what? What's going on?
Okay, so far, I don't know.
It's very wordy. And it is witty, but the wit moves pretty quickly and like relies on a lot of wordplay. So it's really interesting. And I think maybe after we finish a little bit more of it, I'll probably show you a clip from the movie. So you can kind of see what it's like when they're talking really quickly and like what it's supposed to sort of seem like. But yeah, like we sort of talked about the well-made play and how the like mistaken identities or confusing identities can be a big part of that. I don't know if you remember from the presentation, but Jack goes by Ernest sometimes, and then he also has invented a brother named Ernest that he uses to get out of stuff he doesn't want to do. He's like, oh, sorry, I have to go be with my brother named Ernest.
Blame that on Jack/Ernest.
Yeah, only the people who know him as Jack thinks he has a brother named Ernest.
Right.
And
Wait, so Jack is the one?
Jack has multiple, or he gets called Jack and Ernest, but he's also got a fake brother named Ernest. And then later on, a little bit of a spoiler alert, but it was on the presentation yesterday. Algernon starts pretending that he is Jack's brother Ernest, who doesn't exist. So it's definitely a little bit complicated. Very sort of Shakespearean in its convolutedness. But the bell's gonna ring any minute because it's like a minute and a half early at this point. So I will see you guys tomorrow. We won't read tomorrow, but Wednesday success session. Plus, we're gonna watch a short video when we get into class tomorrow. So I'll see y'all then.
Who's smarter?
Between who?
Me